Next, we are going over to the West Coast, back to Yakima Valley. This is the 2020 Petite Sirah. I am so excited to release this. And so here we go.
Haven't done one since 2016. So
has it really been that long?
It's been 4 years since we had this grape, and did it as a single varietal too. So.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, wow. Look at that color. First difference.
Yeah, no, a West Coast red wine like this, it's definitely more purple. You don't see a whole lot of purple fruit in Virginia. It's rare. You get dark red. They can be black and red, but purple is something that just doesn't usually happen here in Virginia reds. Not like this. And this is very dark, very kind of magenta purple. Can't even see through it at the darkest part of my glass. So
no, not at all. I'm looking at the color rings on it right now, and I'm seeing a beautiful magenta color on the outside. But as I creep closer and closer to the middle, I can't see through it anymore. It's just a dark hole.
Yeah.
So as we were talking about earlier with the white wines, we were talking about a little bit heavier color. It's going to be a little bit bolder. So should I expect that too when I'm tasting a red wine as well?
Absolutely.
How deep and rich it is? Fantastic. So we already are starting to play the guessing game as we're tasting through these wines. So let's hit the aroma real quick.
One of the things I love about Petite Sirah is the aromatics don't smell like a Cab, don't smell like a Merlot, don't smell like a Zinfandel, don't smell like a Tempranillo. It has a very unique kind of nose to it. Very varietal characteristic to me. It's the eucalyptus, the mint kind of comes through. Kind of a jasmine floralness is there. And the fruits on it are very dark. Plum,
yes.
Raspberry, anything dark purple, that kind of thing. So matches the color of the wine.
Oh man, I am good. It really, when we talk about covering the palate, I feel like every bit of my nose has the smell of this just everywhere. It is really dominating and taking over.
Figs, plums, prunes, dried big fruit is the dominant characteristics on the mid palate of this. And the tannins are quite luxurious in the finish, I would say. Like it feels like a velvet carpet that's quite long because you get it intermingling on the mid palate with the fruit, and then when I'm done tasting it, after you swallow, I'm still kind of tasting the very soft, supple tannins to it. So.
Definitely, but I think the aspect of it being from Washington is standing out to me in the sense that the bigger reds that I am used to from California have a longer finish in the throat, like as if you are having a whiskey or a bourbon, something that's a little bit of the burn that you feel. Like with this Petite Sirah, everything is on my tongue in the front. I do get tannins a little bit on the finish, but the intensity is all in the front and mid palate sections.
A difference of moderate growing regions to higher growing regions. I'm guys talking about California, that obviously is a higher growing region. You push this ripeness up, and it kind of changes the how the wine presents.
Yes.
And this one is definitely coming from a more moderate climate up in Washington State.
Right, and the flavor profile like this reminds me of when I had to really examine within myself the differences between the big reds in California and other places, because most of the big reds in California to me all finish hot and finish on the throat. And so to me, a lingering finish used to be as if it was just there. But this Petite Sirah is a lingering finish, and it's still just on the tongue for me. And I'm loving this.
Yeah.
I think it's a too bad we waited 4 years to make another one, but it is quite delicious, and I hope that we can, if all works out well, we can make it again and again.
This can be a regular for the range, especially if you guys really like it. Maybe not every year, but maybe it'll be a shorter span.
Yes, I could see once every couple of years if we revisited this. But you guys let us know what you think about it. If you really, really enjoy it, let us know, and we'll make sure to put it on the list.
The action of your tears. You guys probably can't see this, but when you don't touch a red wine for a little bit, you get legs that are very, very small. They're called tears. There's a lot of tears action on this wine. Yeah. It gives the sense of the wine being a lot more viscous, basically. Kind of coats your mouth, coats the glass as well. So,
and I know that in the last couple of shipments, We have had limits on certain wines, how many people could take, how many they could not. I'm very happy to announce that this quarter, for August, there are no limitations on everything. You can swap in or out for anything.
Ideally, we want enough wine to be able to do that. Sometimes we can't, but luckily, I think this wine and all the other wines in the package, we have enough of. So.
Yes, going forward with increased production, we'll be able to set less limitations on things, which is a fantastic thing.
Get it while you can. Wine,
right, exactly. Get it while you can, because once we hit a certain number and we put it in the library, it won't be available. So come on down. And with that said,
one more wine.
One more wine. Here we go.